Okay, so now you have a thesis statement in response to your question. And the thesis statement really is the most difficult part of it because you're working out what exactly you're trying to say in response to the question. This next video is going to be looking at how you actually construct your arguments in order to respond to the question, proving your thesis. Now, what's a really good habit to get into, guys, is to actually be creating what I like to call the essay tree. Always have the essay question in front of you. Always have your thesis statement underneath that. Then as we start building our arguments, you need to actually start creating the tree where you actually have your little branches, which we will eventually fill in. Now, one of the most difficult parts of creating arguments is working out what actually is an argument compared to specific evidence that you would use within an argument. Often what happens is you have specific examples from the text that you are familiar with, that you feel that you can actually analyze quite well. And often people mistake those specific examples for the arguments. So for example, what I automatically think of in relation to this question and in terms of backing up my thesis is the church scene that you deconstructed in today's lesson, Monday's lesson, where Cal actually takes Scout and Jem to her church and they experience things that they wouldn't otherwise have experienced. Another example that I think of are the Aunt Alexandra quotes that you looked at today as well, regarding how Scout should best try to be a lady. And of course, where she's referring to the importance of family. Now, guys, these are not arguments. These are fantastic pieces of evidence that you would use within an argument. And so we're going to actually be looking at how you flip these ideas. And flipping it means looking at the broader idea that relates to these pieces of evidence, because these have the potential to be broadened into two separate solid arguments. Now, what actually happens when you broaden an idea is that you can actually use more than one piece of evidence, more than just the church scene, more than just one quote in order to back up the point that you're trying to make. So that's what we're going to be looking at in the next clip.